the people of these four regions can also invoke Section 14.2a by referencing Section 14.2c, which states, and I read, the participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provision of this Constitution. Now, this is also has been breached. This particular section has also been breached. Now, I want to also read very loudly what the Constitution say about the federal character, which was the base of this lawsuit that these four regions now are filing to demand 50 million. Let us see what the law say, the Constitution say about that. Now, let us read this same section 14, subsection 3 of this 1999 Constitution as amended. The composition of the government of the Federation or any of its agencies and the conduct of its affair shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect the federal character of Nigeria and the need to promote national unity and also to command national loyalty, thereby ensuring that there shall be no predominance of persons from a few states or from a few ethnic group, or other sectional group in that government or in any of its agencies. Now, the government of the day has infringed this Constitution, this section, with impunity. And that is the reason why the region, they are now filing lawsuit against the presidency. And the lawsuit, they are being filed because they believe that the presidency has breached the Constitution and this section 14, subsection 3 of 1999 Constitution. But what they refuse to understand is that you do not need to take the president to court, knowing fully well what Nigeria is all about. You don't need to take the president to court. What you need to do is, this is an opportunity that you must not allow this opportunity to pass you by. For the fact that you have all come together, for one purpose. You have all come together because the Nigeria is not working. You have all come together because Nigeria will never work. You have all come together because the government of the day has breached this subsection this section 14, subsection 3, which says that the federal government, which says that the composition of the government of the federation or any of its agencies and the conduct of its affair shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect the federal character of Nigeria. That has failed woefully. That is why you are now filing a lawsuit challenging the presidency of lopsided appointment. Here is it. The eminent socio-cultural leaders from Southern and the Middle Belt Nigeria have sued the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, for 50 billion over marginalization of the people of the region in the appointment to security, crisis security agencies and the strategic agencies of the government. Here is where all of you are. Here is the thing: appointment to security, quasi-agency and the strategic agencies of the government of Nigeria. You see? Now, this is exactly the point. That because of this section 14, subsection 3 has been infringed with impunity, you are now going to court. You are not supposed to go to court. It is time to invoke this section 14 completely by referencing section 14.2a, by referencing all these places that the government has failed and has failed the majority of the country. Because the four geopolitical zone is bigger than the northeast and the northwest. So majority of Nigeria has agreed that the country is not working again. They have agreed that the constitution has been breached. And the mistake you people are doing also is hoping that in 2023, if Nigeria continues to be a country, that this government will come and go. This government will never come and go. This government will never come and go. The earlier the spirit and the voodoo in the cow allow you to think towards this direction, the better for your people. The earlier you begin to think that this government will never come and go, the better for you. The better for the future of your children, the better for your future, the better for your generation unborn, the better for your people. But if you do not allow, if you continue to allow the spirit of cow, if you continue to allow the spirit of cow to control and manipulate you, then you will never think towards this direction. So what I'm saying in the sense is that Nigeria disintegration is the solution to the issue you are lamenting about. Because you cannot have a country where you have about 5 terrorist groups being sponsored by the government and you think it will change overnight. It will never change overnight. It is going to get worse and worse and worse. So, I am appealing to all of you who have participated in filing this lawsuit. It is very laughable, very frivolous lawsuit. It holds no water. What you should do is to organize your people, call out your people for a revolution protest by invoking Section 14, completely Section 14 of 1999 Constitution as amended, and protest and let the international community watch how the people of Nigeria will be killed while protesting because the government has failed. It is very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. Like I said, it needs guts. It needs guts. For those who say, am I interested in Nigeria politics? I'm not interested in Nigeria politics. For those who say, are you interested in Nigeria? I'm not interested in Nigeria. I'm only exposing and telling you the way Nigeria can disintegrate very easily without all this their cut and join lawsuit and all that. Because it is a disappointment that that 4 regions will be filing a lawsuit demanding for compensation for 50 billion when the government ordinary did not, nobody, even the state governors in the north did not they did not even make any noise to receive 13 billion naira. They did not make no noise here. These people didn't make any noise before 13 billion naira were approved for them to fight locust bed. I don't know when locusts begin to invade Nigeria, when bed begin to invade Nigeria, that 13 billion will be used without making noise to fight for locusts. While your counterpart in the south and the middle belt are filing a lawsuit demanding 50 billion. It is a very shameful thing. And this is the reason why a lot of people don't trust you people anymore. Because first of all, you don't know your constitution. Second of all, you are not taking the advantage of what is in your constitution, and that is exactly as a result of Fulani cow meat. Nyanwodo is a very brilliant, or should I say was a very brilliant man, before the Fulani cow meat begin to manipulate him. He was a very, very brilliant man. How can you now, seeing all the suffering of your people in Biafra land, all the suffering, all the marginalization of your people in Biafra land, and all you could do is to champion a cause that will sue the presidency of Nigeria and demand 50 million. And you were even very busy, very proud, even saying it in public, saying it in your Zoom conference, how you have done a wonderful job, and we are going to hear the job you have done, how you are taking the presidency to court, and we are going to hear it. It is very, very disappointing that this is where you are making mouth on what you have done and what you are going to do, and we are going to hear it.
anyị na ndị ọzọ ọ na-ewute ka o si ewute anyị bụ akwụkwọ nwee ebe anyị na-akpọ Southern and Middle Belt Leadership Forum. Ndị afenfere na ndị Yoruba dị, ndị ndef na ndị ofe mmiri ụmụnne anyị nọdụ ya, ndị Middle Belt niile. Anyị gbara akwụkwọ anyị gbara na Abuja. Ọ bụ m bụ the opponent ya affidavit ọkwa Ekpa. Ndị na-abụ onye na-achị obodo na adịghị m anyị ka a na-eme ibe anyị. And na ọ nwere iyi na ya ga-akwụgbọ aka ọtọ. Ife ndị ọzọ anyị tinyechara na ya gere nne. Mgbochi anyị ga-eje kọt mgbe a kpọlitere ikpe unu ga-anụ ka anyị si anụ. Ọ bụ ndị nọ n'obodo ebo na-ege m ntị. O nwere ụfọdụ n'ime unu mụ na-agbakpa nkata mbọchị a wee na-achị unu na enyemaka dị n'iche n'iche. Unu nwere ike na-atụ ego mana unu enyere nwa obodo unu tụcha jide unu ego unu. Mgbe anyị nwere gọvanans strọkchọ unu ga-adị na ya atụnyere unu ego na South East Stabilization Fund unu nọdụ ebe a na-ekwu ya. O nwere ife dị iche iche o nwere ike imere anyị. O nwere mbọchị njere na Germany ebe m na-akpa nkata biznes. Nwoke njere di ya na Frankfurt n'ọfịs ya wee si m kedu obodo m bi na Naịjirịa. Mgbe m na-anọghị bụkọsi kedu adresị mgbe adresị dem o wee were ife search engine wee chọba Enugu, gosi m Enugu na global map. That street, greatest street, gosi m gate dem. Wee si n'elu n'azụ ụlọ dem na-ene nkịta m pụọ na karị na dem.
Please, all of you, some of you that are coming here to make unwarranted comments, telling me never to allow anybody to use my platform to criticize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody will criticize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB on my platform. I will delete the person. Because if you criticize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have criticized me. If you criticize IPOB as at today, as far as I'm concerned, you criticize me. So nobody, you don't need to give me that advice. You do not need to remind me, except you are just looking for a way to bring in a distraction where there is none. You don't need to, I'm not the kind of, I don't think this is the page you will come to advise me about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because, I don't think you are more loyal to him than me. So you don't need to come and advise me. Go to a different page, please. I don't want to be seeing those kind of advice on my page. Don't come to my page to advise me never to allow anybody to criticize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because that I don't condone on my page. You don't need to advise me. Go to a different page, because some of you are bringing those kind of issues. You are just trying to, you think you are doing good. You think you are being a good follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are not being a good follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you come to my page to tell me not to allow my platform to be used to criticize IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, you are just inviting people, especially those ants that you are inviting them to start talking, and you are not helping matters. And believe me, you are not a good follower, and you are not a good loyalist to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You shouldn't talk that in my page. My page is strictly for Biafra, and I have said my allegiance to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I will support him. I will do everything to make sure that Biafra come, and that is who I am. So if you come to my page to say don't allow them, it means that you are inviting people, you have ulterior motive, you want to bring distraction, you want to cause confusion, you want to give people a topic to talk about. So don't do that. Don't instigate us. That's who they are. So don't do that on my page. And if I see those kind of comments again, I know that you are not one of us, because most of you are not Biafra. You are just coming here to chip in those comments, and people will think that you are one of us, and you are never one of us. So now you have seen it. Of course, like I said, there are so many ways. There are so many ways to get Nigeria disintegrated, and I have just shown you one of the way today. And you should ask yourself, go check all the countries that have had revolution and the government stepped down. is because they understood their constitution, is because they understand that the constitution of the country has always been, especially for those in democracy, has always been for democracy and social justice, which gives room for revolution, which gives room for protest, even though this government is trying to suppress everybody that is trying to protest. When Showore want to do revolution now, they're charging for treasonable offense. But why am I saying this evening? Why I'm saying this evening is that we have now 4 regions coming together, 4 geopolitical zones coming together to sue the president or sue the presidency. Not even the presidency, sue the federal government. If you can come together to sue the federal government, we want to see you being real, because suing for 50 million means that you can never be trusted. It means that all those people who have been shouting that they don't trust you, they are all right. It means that the people who say you cannot be trusted are not far from the truth. Because I don't know what 50 billion is going to do. I don't know how 50 billion is going to solve the fact that you don't have an Igbo-speaking person as a security chief. I don't know how the 50 billion is going to bring back the life of people that the Fulani has slaughtered from Yoruba land down to Biafra land. I don't know how 50 billion is going to chase away the Fulanis in our forest who have stayed and decided that they are not living from our forest and our farms. That each time any farmer goes there, they will kill the farmer, butcher him, and nobody will do anything. No security personnel will come for arrest them. No security personnel will go for manhunting. No nothing. Nobody does anything. I don't know how 50 billion is going to solve that. No amount of money. It is not just the amount that I'm talking about. But the fact is that there is no amount of money. No amount of money that will be enough for freedom of people. So, if you are hoping that Nigeria is going to have a change of government in 2023, if Nigeria is still continue to be a country, you are living in full paradise. It is going to be a mirage. If all of you from the south, the southwest, the middle belt that participated and are party to this lawsuit, if you are believing that this government will come and go, you are living in full paradise. This government has come, and if Nigeria is not disintegrated, this government has come to stay. They will use terrorists to remain in power. They will use their Tanko Mohammed to remain in power if you do not disintegrate Nigeria. They will announce anybody to be the winner. They will announce those who did not participate in election that they are the winner, and they will tell you to go to court. The court will pronounce them winner, and there is nothing you can do about it. They have already tested it. It worked very perfectly. The Fulani are working in their own, making sure they hypnotize you with their cow meat, and none of you can talk after 2 days. If anything happens, go out. If you doubt me, kill 500 people now in Nigeria. Kill 500 people now. Let there be killings now in Nigeria. 500 people. You are going to hear it, just the highest you can hear it is 3 days. 3 days, it is gone. 3 days, it is gone and gone forever. It is only people like us that will be talking about it. But within Nigeria, 3 days is too much. 2 days, it is gone. You can never hear it again. In fact, it is only the family of those who lose person will be talking about it. But an average Nigerian will never say it again. You will never see anybody protesting Nigeria life, Biafra life matters. You can never hear anybody going to the street to protest in embassy that Nigeria life matters. Never. You can't hear it. Do you know why? Do you know why? Have you wondered why it is happening like that? Have you wondered why? Have you wondered why it is always people think that Nigeria are so reluctant? Nigerians are not so reluctant. They are not reluctant. But people have already given it that coronation that Nigerians are so reluctant, they don't care. It is the voodoo that the Fulani are using against you. And they have gone so deep. They have gone so deep to use that voodoo so that they will continue to take your land little by little, little by little, little by little, and now they have power now to the extent that they can come publicly to say, you can't do us anything. That is exactly where we are now. Fulani is the one now giving presidency advice what to do. That is where we are now. Because they know that the charm is very effective on you politicians. They see that the voodoo is very, very effective on you politicians because your hands are not clean. When your hands are not clean, all these charms works on you. You see? The only solution is disintegration of Nigeria. Like I said, I'm not going to take more than 1 hour, 30 minutes on this program. And we have spent 1 hour, 10 minutes. Otherwise, I would have gone more deeper into this. But for the remaining 20 minutes, we are going to use to take your calls and answer your calls. You know, there is another very, very effective way to disintegrate Nigeria. I'm not going to talk that in public. But this one that are available in public that everybody knows is the one I'm mentioning. I have just given you one option. And the same power it will take you to bring down the constitution is the same power it will take you to disintegrate Nigeria and get independent. It is in this section 14 of 1999 constitution as amended. And the step is already here. Step 1 is coming together of the South and the Middle Belt. Step 2 is to be man enough and organize your people. We need just 15 million people in Abuja. That is the end of Nigeria. 15 million. 15 million people is the end of Nigeria. And it is very easy. When you see, when we had Occupy Nigeria, during Goodluck Jonathan, you see what happened. Occupy Nigeria because the people then, which are there, the part of them are in power now, you know, using the Fulani voodoo, they understood that you can occupy Nigeria and it is allowed in this constitution. Today, they tell you, oh, you don't try it. You have this tyrannic man. You have this dictator who will order people to shoot. Come out. Let them shoot. But believe me, they are going to shoot. But they will not shoot more than 2 days. They will not shoot more than 2 days. And Nigeria will go down. That is all it needed. And we're already there. So I'm appealing to those who have actually, you know, gone this feat to bring these 4 regions together, the Ohanese and all that. They should do something more important. There is nothing they can gain from by suing the federal government or the presidency. It is just a political thing. And don't play politics with the life of your people. Wake up. On this note, I have opened the telephone line to call, and you can now call in. And everybody will have only 1 minute to talk. 1 minute to talk, and we'll call it a day. And then we'll have, tomorrow is coming. Tomorrow is going to be a wonderful day. I'm going to talk on a different topic. This is not the topic I wanted to talk today, but because it requires an urgent attention, and let people start talking about it. Let people start talking about it. I want Nigerians to start to start reading the Constitution, see how they can invoke the Constitution, Section 14, subsection 1, 2, subsection 2A to 3, and all that to invoke the Constitution and make use of what you know and what you have. You see? But of course, we understand that because of the voodoo in the cow, a lot of people will never, ever understand, what the Constitution says. That is why you see that when the Constitution says the primary responsibility of the state is to protect your life and property, and the state is not doing that. The primary responsibility of the government is to protect your life and your property. The government is not protecting your life and your property. That's enough to bring the government down. There has been an anarchy. There has been a break of law and order in Nigeria like never before. Like never before. You see? So that is the reason why you must rise up and take back what belongs to you. Have your independence. We can have 4 or even 5 or even 6 nations in Nigeria, 6 countries in Nigeria. You see? That is the point. That is the point. When we call for revolution, the revolution doesn't mean that you change the government or anything. No, revolution can be the disintegration of Nigeria. Because when you have the revolution, when you start the revolution, the government will start negotiating. They will shoot gun 2 days. They can even shoot gun 1 week. It doesn't matter. They can shoot gun 3 months. It doesn't matter. And they will start to negotiate. And first of all, the demand of the people will be for the government to step down. The government will step down. They will step down because the people demand it. It is happening all over the world. And Nigeria is not going to be the first country. Nigeria is not going to be the second country. But I'm just telling you, this is only one option. There are so many ways Nigeria can disintegrate, and we are going to harness all these other ways within the Biafra struggle. We are going to harness all the ways. The one that will keep Nigeria, the one that will end Nigeria is, very, very intact. And we'll be ready to unleash it. The one that is going to end Nigeria will remain very. We don't need to announce it. We don't need to let anybody know, But it will come as a shock. It will come as it is going to be the biggest shock on Nigeria state. One moment. Like I have always said, the Biafra of 2020, 21st century, we are not the Biafra of 1967. Nigeria have never seen anything. This is just the beginning. By the time we go to the second stage of this whole thing, they will beg us to take Biafra and go. Good evening. Your name and where you calling from, please?
Yeah, hello, good evening. Sasima Nepa.
Good evening. Your name and where you calling from, please?
Yeah, it's Michael. I'm calling from London.
Mr. Michael, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. I'm watching your program and I just saw the comment regarding the 15 million march in Abuja. Please, I want to know that if you really cannot chase Fulanis that is occupying our land, how do you think that it will be possible for us to do that 15 million march in Abuja? Because the Fulanis, they are so cheap to chase our work, but I don't know what is holding us. Is it because of that we are not united, or there's something fishing among us? Unlike I heard last time that there's money we are contributing, or maybe we should contribute to chase Fulanis our way. Who are Fulanis for us to contribute money for the first instance? I myself alone, I can chase away Fulanis in one local government, talk less of whole Biafrans or Igbos at large. So there's something wrong. So that's why I'm keep wondering.
You don't need to wonder. You don't need to. If you are following this program, you will know that you don't need to wonder no more. The thing you are wondering, what is the problem, is what I have been shouting. It is voodoo that they are using to control people through the cow meat. So first of all, you must inform your people to stop buying cow meat, because honestly, it may sound very funny.
Thank you, my brother. I love this. I love the cow meat. Your cow meat, I love it so much.
Yes.
I've told my brothers and I've told my people, I even send them money to buy goat meat, please.
Yes.
They have agreed, and I love it very, very well. Very important, the cow meat and the friendly products.
Exactly.
I love it.
It may sound funny, but that is the fact. So everybody keep keep asking this question. What something is wrong? This is the thing that is wrong, nothing else.
Because again, I want to also tell people to please, if there's a way I can through you to even to finance, because I've said any Fulani enclave in Mbano, whether it's Mbano or Mbano, please, they should contact me. I'm going to sponsor anything, any kind of weapon and money they want. are responsible to chase Fulanis away.
It is
That's
not
the local government alone. I'm going to do it. Please let them know that they don't contact you. Through you, I will get to me, and I will chase them away, because I'm so surprised.
Listen to me.
I'm again in Europe. I've never killed any European person because I want to take land. I never killed. I never even insult any European person because I want to live illegally. How could a foreigner come to my homeland, to my ancestral land, with impunity?
Can you listen to me? If you are calling from London, if you are in London, there is IPOB in London. Anything you want to do, you can channel it to IPOB, because
I'm happy with you too, but I'm not happy with the story. I'm happy. I'm really happy, but I would say if there's a way you contribute to something and say, oh, I'm too old to be young.
Exactly.
That's what I said to me. Yeah, thank you. That's what I said to myself. They know me. Each of my friends know me. Zoka know me. They know me. I'm not a kid. I mean, I've done a lot of things to Nanikano, but what I'm afraid is about IPOB chain of command. But what I'm interested is about the Fulani killing my people. That's what I'm interested in. I really want to get to the end of your feet, because I'm not happy.
Now, even
the bogus statement which my family, I just look at it. I don't want to put any contribution. I'm not happy. I'm only waiting to project Biafrans. So that's already, but I don't want to go too much on that. So I want to consider first on Fulani, and also for you to keep, please, do whatever you know that is good. Put around via this thing. At times I even, you don't know that I'm done that if he wrote to you. I say, why are you disturbing you to my please stop there procrastinating. I'm done, I wrote that to you.
Okay.
But to say how far I love IPOB. Yeah. But you brought me, but no problem. I'm still watching you. I know it might be feel kind of embarrassed. I'm so sorry I did it, but to tell you that I love IPOB, but anyone cannot tell me anything that they're going to do about Biafra, because about Biafra, as I love Nanika, that's I love Biafra. Yes. I cannot say Biafra, I love Nanikano. Okay? Any person that, because Biafra is more than any human being on earth.
We have also, are you aware of the World Igbo Congress program?
Yeah, I was through you for 3
please. That is also, if you want to do anything in this whole thing, you have to, contribute your quota through the World Igbo Congress, because we need the fund now, and we need the fund to to go to work.
I will do that. So I want to do that through your channel, but I saw so many names. So should I, because I say that we want to channel it?
No, you can choose the genocide. No, you can choose anyone. I think it is all connected together, but you can choose the.
Yeah, that's why I was a bit confused. I said, why there's so many names,
Yes, because those are the executive of the World Igbo Congress that.
Okay, very good, very good. I'll do that within this week.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but please keep calling about the front. I'm not happy. Yes. I'm ready to do anything again. But when I'm dressed up my own state. I mean, from Imo and Mbana, I'm interested. I need to do anything. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of any, because when I'm here in Europe, I've been to America. I respect the government, so no foreigner can come to my homeland to respect my homeland. No way.
Yes.
I'm ready to do anything at all costs. I'm not scared. They know me, so I'm not scared. I'm not a hidden person in Europe. I'm not a hidden person in America. Okay, so I'm ready to do anything. I'm waiting for Buhari to come. I'm ready to do anything at all costs. I don't play. I don't beg.
Enough is already enough, and we are getting there. Enough is enough. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, can you go away from where you are calling me from, please?
Hello.
Go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, Simeon, this is Desmond. I'm calling you from Benin Republic.
Go ahead. You're welcome to the program. You have 2 minutes.
All right. What I want to say is, first of all, I want to thank you for what you are doing. I'm calling in respect of the last caller. I just want to advise people, if you are calling, let it be, if you want to suggest, let your suggestion be on the way forward. Do not talk about who should apologize to IPOB, who should something, talking something.
Hello? We lost him.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Your name and where you calling from, please?
Hey, my name is Paul. I'm calling from the United States of America.
Mr. Paul from the
make
United States.
a little
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, the last caller, the previous caller before the last one, okay? The guy made mention of IPOB. You have to be inside the IPOB to know what is going on. You can't just be talking while you're outside. I said this thing before. You're not going to be outside the market, and you know what is inside the market. If you want to contribute, world organization or whatever is there, you can go there and contribute.
Yes.
It's all you want to, all of us, you know, all we need is just to secure our homeland. That's it. You know, but I want to say something about New World. You know, I see the whole thing as an arrangement. They are not ready to contribute anything to better our generation. All they care is about their own pocket. That's the way I see the lawsuit. Because if you want to put it the right way, if you want to rescue, if they want to rescue the people on the ground, what they should have done on the lawsuit is to mention all the genocide, all the raping, all the properties, all the markets, you know, everything that was burned down. You know, the right way to put it in. Understand? I think they are just trying to, you know, buy time to see if they can negotiate with the Nigerian government. You know, this is not what we want. All we need is just to be free, you know, have build our nation. That's all we care. We don't care about them. And I see some people call them elders. I don't regard them as elders. They are not elders. Because in the first place, nobody elected them in that position. They're just being remote controlled by Fulani people. In all this cabal, they place them there to control the people. That's the truth. All of us know that. Even the governor. You know, if you put in the normal election, they cannot win in any way. Okay, that's the problem. You know, so we should stop calling them our governors, our senators. It's just only of them that they have the management of the people. Understand? Other ones are just remote control. That's just the gospel truth. But I thank you for what you're doing. I will stop here for that to contribute. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. So we have, I think my time is getting over yet. I think I have to take more like 2 or 3 calls. And hello?
Hello, Simon.
Yes, good evening, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please?
Yeah, Simon, my name is Peter Omonua. I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
Mr. Peter from Canada, welcome to the program.
Yes, just a quick observation. I tried to call you previous to now, but I couldn't get through.
Okay.
I have noticed in recent times a lot of people calling in and speaking in Igbo, and I am not Igbo myself. I'm from Isha, okay. And but I'm a member of this struggle. I'm a supporter of this struggle, okay. And I want us to not come across as alienating any group of people from the discourse. I appreciate those who speak in Igbo because there are perhaps some information they want to pass across, which are supposed to be known to only insiders. But in the process, I also want us to be conscious of the fact that in this whole Biafra struggle, there are non-Igbos, substantial members of Biafra, who are non-Igbo speaking that might feel alienated if we continue to encourage majority of callers in to speak in Igbo. Yes. Again, that is not in any way to disparage the Igbo language. It's a beautiful language. It's a language I respect, but I just want you to have that in mind so that those who are non-Igbos but who are also supporters of this agitation do not feel like they are being left out in the whole struggle. That's all my contribution.
You have a point. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please?
Mwachuku, I'm calling from Madrid.
Mr. Mwachuku from Madrid, welcome to the program.
This is my first time. I have to go to my dialect. Actually, we got that first caller from London.
Can you speak in English so that broken so that the other people can understand?
Okay.
Because the point, because let me explain first. The point is that even if you speak in Igbo, thinking that people will not understand it, there are these Fulani people who speak Igbo very well.
Translators, I know. Yeah. So go ahead. Let me go straight to that first caller from London.
Yeah.
He should stop calling every program and start criticizing Nnamdi Kanu and Uchemefo. If he has a personal problem with them, he should go and settle with them.
Exactly.
I've been watching that guy. Most of every program he called, he want to make this, he want to make this. They direct him to Nnamdi Kanu. He will say he have a problem with Nnamdi Kanu. He have a problem with Uchemefo. He should stop that nonsense from today. We don't need that shit, okay? That's all. The rest thing, keep on moving, my brother. We are on your back. Nothing is going on. We are all Biafrans, okay?
Thank you very much.
That is it.
Thank you
Goodbye.
very much. Yeah. You see, there is one thing about me. You know, a lot of people, like I have had a comment, somebody say, Simon Ekpa, when people call him in the program, he make decision immediately. It requires an exceptional skill. Exceptional skill. I'm not boasting, but it requires exceptional skill to identify when somebody makes a very important contribution in a live broadcast and immediately acknowledge and implement that decision immediately. It requires an exceptional skills. So most of the time, when people call and make contribution and I say, yes, I agree with you, a lot of people, I was watching a program where somebody called and say, even that Simon Ekpa, people call his program, he agree with them immediately. You know, it requires exceptional skills. Anybody who knows what I mean know what I mean. It requires an exceptional skill to identify when somebody makes a very important suggestion and contribution, and it requires another skill, a very exceptional skill, to make decision immediately that time and implement it. Just like I've just made now, somebody called from Canada and make a point about speaking Igbo and all that. And that's a very, very important contribution, and I've implemented it immediately because I see it is very, very essential. But it requires an exceptional skills to do this. Thank you.
Hello.
Where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Simon. My name is Odonipo. I'm calling you from India.
Odonipo from India again. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. I listened to Nyan Wodo today, and I was very ashamed of them there because we have been proven right again. They are wrong. They are always wrong. Imagine a social organization like Afeni Ferre, Mohamed Zendi Wanko, demanding only 50 billion naira from federal government, whereby federal government gave 13 billion naira to farmers just to fight locusts. They gave Fulani herdsmen 100 billion naira to set up whatever they want to set. You can now see how dubious they are. It's a proof that they're not fighting for anything. They're only fighting for their own pocket.
Yes.
You know? And we shouldn't listen to them. We should focus on what we are doing. Before you know now, they will say that we are insulting them, but they are the one insulting us all because what they are doing it on our behalf without being approved.
Yes.
We do not approve of those things they are doing, but they are doing it because they want to make money. 50 billion only. They are not talking about people that are being beheaded every day in Nigeria, but they are after appointment of presidency. You can see how dubious they are.
Exactly.
Look at Edwin Clark. You've been in government over the years for 70-something years. Yet Bayelsa is polluted. You don't talk about that. You talk about appointments. What has appointment brought to all of us in southern Nigeria? Nothing. Political appointment cannot bring development. It cannot bring anything.
Nothing.
They are not even clamoring for that. They are useless resources again. They are tired of that one. That one is pending. Now they want 50 billion. They want 50 billion to recharge themselves. I'm so disappointed, and I applaud every IPOP member, every Biafra agitator, everybody who has been fighting on this cause. God will bless all of us. God will bless you in particular. God will bless every of our leaders. We will keep on exposing these people because they don't care about us. They only care about their pocket, and that's all. So thank you very much. And I mean, thank you very much. Thank you. Let me give other people a chance.
All right. Thank you very much. You are going to be the last caller, or second to the last. I want to receive a call from Nigeria. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Mr. This is Justin here from Biafra land.
Justin, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you so much. Today's program actually was very good.
Thank you.
I just want to direct my point to this very issue of 50 billion naira. Sometimes some people out there will be saying that we are insulting our elders, and we are insulting that we don't respect elders. This is one of the reasons why the youth are so angry of the so-called elders. How can a reasonable human being, an elder for that matter, we go into negotiations and discuss within themselves to accept this kind of money on behalf of the people that are being killed for, they try to change the topic, saying it is a kind of lopsided appointment. But just consider how the situation has been going on in Nigeria since Buhari took over office in 2015. And they forgot, merely Allah, we are giving 100 billion naira. 100 billion naira. For what? And they don't consider all these things. Sometimes, please, I will also appeal to you because I know you always tell your people or the viewer not to insult anybody. I understand all those things. But you understand, try to understand the youth. Everybody is angry. The people are provoking us. The elders are provoking us. Now look at in Anambra State. Look at in Imo State. See how people are being beheaded and being killed every day. You know why it is happening? It is happening in the recent days because most of our people we are asked not to move, not to act, and not to retaliate. And the order come from above. And what is happening today? They are coming through the back doors to kill our people. I don't have to say this on air, but I'm going to say it. We have tried to reach to the leadership. I deal with leadership. We have to do something. If not, Imo State, boy, will fall apart in the coming days. If we don't. But I know that we're going to get the permission, and we are going to make sure that all these unnecessary killings going on will stop. Those elders trying to stop us, we have some of them in Imo State, like all these traditional rulers. We have tried to speak to some of them. They cannot do anything. But right now, as I'm speaking to you, there are outstanding attacks. It has been well planned. Imo State this week probably may get worse. If there is nothing happen, but we are going to do something. That would have shown every Biafra. We are going to do something in Imo State. If not, something is going to happen. And let those people out there that trying to focus about, to all these elders, telling us to hear from them, to respect them. These are the reasons why we don't respect them. If we keep on waiting for them or respecting them or trying to obey them, things will fall apart, completely apart. Now, as I'm telling you, many of us are awake and we are going to do something. Imo State particularly is in danger and we are going to stop it. Let all those people out there trying to tell us to respect the others. Everybody should mind their business because we are here on the ground and we know what we are going through. Let everybody mind their business. Live in Nyawoto. Leave all these organizations in. They cannot do anything for us. We have to take the laws into our hands most of the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Beautiful and wonderful contribution. You are going to be my last caller for the night, and we'll continue tomorrow this program in a different way. Thank you very much.
Thank you and good night.
Yeah. A lot of calls coming in, and the program has we are going to bring it to an end because I have to sleep and work tomorrow and all that. So I really thank you all for being part of this program. We'll continue tomorrow where we stop today. Remember, the work is coming back to normal now, and now we have to, we are changing this whole thing now. The agitation is going to, go in a different phase from what this COVID-19 has done. We have used it very judiciously, and now we are, going to a different stage of this agitation. So thank you very much for being part of today's broadcast, and see you tomorrow. Good night, and may God bless Biafra. The 22nd of June 2020. This evening, like you know, the issue I'm going to be discussing this evening and analyzing this evening is the breaking news, the issue of lawsuit being filed by different socio-cultural organization. So I am going to be addressing this issue this evening. We are not going to waste time. So this is going to take like we are going to spend probably 1.5 hours in this broadcast, and 1 hour is going to be on the analysis and the issues, and 30 minutes we're going to use to take calls. So on this note, like I said, there is no need to waste time. We are going to be going directly to the point, without wasting any time. But on this note, I will still remind you, most of you watching, that the GoFundMe for World Igbo Congress is still available, still waiting for your contribution to it. Remember, the time to act is now. We don't have much time to waste. So if you have not done, even if you have done before, there is no limit to how many times you can contribute, as the spirit leads. So if you have done before, you can still do again. So on this note, I will be posting the GoFundMe link now, and I will make it also to be let's see, I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin the GoFundMe link. This link seems to not be working. One moment. If you are joining me now, you are joining the continual awareness for Nigeria disintegration and Biafra freedom. This live broadcast this evening will deal on this socio-cultural organization suing the presidency of Nigeria for lopsided appointment. And in case the people who are in forefront of this organization do not know what to do, I have come this evening to educate them on what they need to do instead of filing a frivolous law case or a lawsuit against the presidency of Nigeria, because Nigeria has no president. So instead of this frivolous lawsuit against the presidency, I am here this evening to advise them what to do. If you are close to Nnianwodo, if you are close to Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, so long as they are still in existence and they are making moves every now and then, if you are close to anybody in Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, I want you to tag that person this evening, because I am about to make it rain in a very positive way. If you are close to Afenifere people of Oduduwa, Afenifere, it is time, tag anybody that you know that is close to Afenifere. Let them come and watch what I will advise them to do this evening. If you are close to anybody that has anything to do with Edwin Clark also, which is the Pandef, the leader of Pandef, the riverine area of Biafra. If you know anybody that has anything to do with them, tag them, let them come and listen to this broadcast this evening. If you know anybody from Middle Belt, tag the person this evening, because they need this broadcast. They need the enlightenment. They need the information I am about to pass more than any other person. So tag them, let them come and listen and join what we're doing. So before I go further, we'll be waiting for the next 4 minutes more. 4 minutes more. I will start the next 4 minutes. On this note, let me quickly put in the GoFundMe campaign of World Igbo Congress. So please, if you have not done anything, if you have not contributed, please go. Let it be part of your contribution towards the saving life in Biafra land, saving life in Biafra land. Go and be part of this movement. If you are not physically contributing your quota like we are doing, you can also contribute your quota financially, no matter how small it is. No matter how small, it is very, very important. Every kobo, every euro, every pound, every cent is needed to make sure that we get to the targeted amount to safeguard Biafra land from the impending danger, from the genocide that is about to happen. You are watching me directly, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, simultaneously. You are watching me. For those of you who are watching on a different platform, welcome to this day broadcast, the 22nd day of June 2020. 2020, after breaking news on this, on what I don't know what I will call it, but on this lawsuit filed by four different regions, according to the Nigeria Constitution, recognized region. 4 different regions filed a lawsuit against the presidency of Nigeria. And these are the issues, and among other things, what the issue we are going to discuss this evening is this frivolous lawsuit against the presidency. And like I said, we have 1 minute more, 1 minute to start this exposition, this analysis. So I hope Nyanwodo is watching with a different account. I hope Nyanwodo or those who are close to him are watching this program, because it's going to get very interesting this evening. It's going to get very interesting this evening. Like I said, this whole thing is going to last 1 hour 30 minutes at least. I don't want to spend more than 1 hour 30 minutes on this particular program today. So, ten seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. And here we go. So now, you are watching. What I'm about to do this evening is I am trying to, first of all, I will say I don't know it all. For those who are already tagging me, Mr. Know It All, I don't know it all, but I must say that whatever I'm going to do here, whatever I'm going to say here is nothing but fact and nothing but achievable and nothing but attainable steps to freedom. What I'm going to display this evening is something that is verifiable. It's something that you can see, you can go check yourself. It's something that you can think on your own. After putting up to what I'm about to do, you can begin to think independently and know whether you'll be convinced by what I'm about to do. But first of all, let me play the video of the last Zoom conference by Nnea Nwodo. The last Zoom conference he organized, that was I think last Saturday. He had this Zoom conference, and I want to play a clip from this Zoom conference. Now listen to him.
Anyị na ndị ọzọ ọ na-ewute ka o si ewute anyị bụ akwụkwọ nwee ebe anyị na-akpọ Southern and Middle Belt Leadership Forum. Ndị afenfere na ndị Yoruba dị, ndị Ndef na ndị ofe mmiri ụmụnne anyị nọ dị ya, ndị Middle Belt niile. Anyị gbarụkwa akwụkwọ anyị gbarụ na Abuja. The opponent affidavit of Ekpa. In the Nagoya job, I didn't mind kind of divine. And the long will be Naga ball at Kyoto. If you enjoy that, you'll make. But shy guy, they brought Bapo the Felipa.
You see, I am going to address this in English. Why I have chosen to address this in English is because I am not just responding and talking to Ohaneze Ndigbo. I'm not just talking to Nyanwodo. So the comment I'm about to make and what I'm about to do this evening is going to be a response across the board. It's going to be this Southern Leadership Forum, like he mentioned it. He said they have formed what they called the Southern Leadership Forum, which comprises of Afenifere, Ohaneze Ndigbo, Pandef, and the Middle Belt. And that they have done something. He said that they are going to court. He said that the president swore an oath to uphold the Constitution of Nigeria, and he did not uphold the Constitution of Nigeria. And for that reason, they are taking him to court, and that a lot of things are in that lawsuit. So now, we don't know this a lot of things that is in this lawsuit that Nyanwodo was talking about here. And he said we should wait until they go to court. That when they go to court, we are going to see what they are going to do and what they have done in this lawsuit. So we were waiting with high hope, waiting to see what Nyanwodo was talking about, waiting to see how Nyanwodo and this Southern Leadership Forum is going to do this magic, only to come and get disappointed, because I will call it a disappointment. Today, the news that what he was talking about here, the news broke out that this group has taken the president to court and they are demanding compensation for 50 billion. It is not about going to court that, you know, made me to delve into this issue, but the fact that they were demanding money, demanding compensation in place of the lopsided appointment by the terrorist control government. That's, you know, compelled me to come this evening to do what I'm about to do. So now, if anybody insult anybody, please just tag me on the insult. You don't need to insult the person back. You don't need to invoke Amadioha. You don't need to invoke a thunder. If anybody insult anybody without commenting in line or bringing up a very solid argument, objective argument against what we're doing, just tag me. The person will be blocked immediately. If it is not immediately, the person will be blocked immediately after this program. We don't need to attack anybody. Don't allow anybody to distract you, because what I'm about to do this evening is very important. It's very important. It assimilates you know, in you. You know exactly what, you know, what I'm about to do, and you can use that to answer anybody if the situation arises. Now, I want to play the video again so that you know where I'm coming from. I want to play the video again. Now, what I want you to pay attention here is that means that people with same grievances, people who are not happy with the way Nigeria is going, people who are not happy with Nigeria, and those people that are not happy with Nigeria happens to be the Afenifere, which is the sociocultural, the Yoruba sociocultural organization, the Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo, which is Igbo sociocultural organization, the PANDEF, which is our Reverend Biafra sociocultural organization, then the other Middle Belt, from the Middle Belt region. So now, the background is that from this his statement, you should be aware that these four regions are not happy. That is what it means. How many regions do we have? We have 6 regions in Nigeria. We have the northeast, the northwest, the middle belt, the south-south, the southeast, and the southwest. This is the 6th geopolitical zone, according to how they do it in Nigeria. Now, from this 6th geopolitical zone, it means that 4 geopolitical zones are not happy with Nigeria. Remember, this is also the reflection of the national conference, national confab, organized by Jonathan. This same 4 geopolitical zone accepted the outcome of the national conference. I want to do this so that you know where your problem is coming from. This same 4 geopolitical zone now that is coming together to sue the presidency, they all accepted the outcome of this national conference. Now, the only geopolitical zone that did not accept President Jonathan National Conference, the outcome of President Jonathan National Conference, are the Northeast and Northwest. The same thing is repeating itself today. Now, this 4 geopolitical zone has come together through its sociocultural organization to say they are not happy with Nigeria. But there is something they have done very wrong. There is something they have done very, very wrong. Let us listen to Nwodo first before I go into these issues.
Leadership for India very Anandi Yoruba Indi Andes Mandi Ofemiri Umunai Madi Indi Middle Belt Nini Ayeba Fa Ayeba Nabuja Okumu the opponent affidavit of Ayeba Injina Boya Chobodona Adema Ikane be buying and the long will be Yaga football Akielto. If you enjoy that, you'll know. But Shai get the crops, Bapoli Felipa, who down look I sound. Oh, one dinner over there when I get my auntie. One for the moon of Papa and Cataposia. When I assume you might card in each and each. One way you cannot do it.
Now, you are about to listen to how Nwodo is trying to discourage World Igbo Congress from coming to rescue Biafra land. You are about to listen to Nwodo, how he wants to demoralize the people in diaspora from coming to save the land from the impending danger of these mercenaries that are invading Biafra land from other African countries. You all have watched in your different videos how these fighters are invading the southern part of Nigeria. But Nwodo, just like he did in his presentation, first want to tell you that whatever money you are contributing, like what I have just posted now in this GoFundMe, that whatever money you are contributing, you can contribute it, but let it be channeled to development of Alaibo. And I don't know how Nwodo intend to develop a country or to develop Alaibo when there is danger in the land. I don't know how Nwodo intend to develop Alaibo when there are still issues, or how to develop Alaibo against the things in exclusive list of the Constitution of Nigeria. I don't know how Nwodo plan to use the money that are being contributed so that Igbo land can be saved, so that Biafra land can be saved from the hand of these terrorists, government-sponsored terrorists, Fulani herdsmen. Now, it didn't end here. It didn't end here. The issue now is that after, like what I'm doing this evening, I am not trying to cajole, I am not trying to ridicule, I am not trying to belittle Nwodo and Ohaneze Ndigbo, or all this group that have come together. No. But I believe that the spirit of cow, of Fulani cow meat, is working seriously in these people. And that is why I'm asking everybody watching me now, if you have access to them, forward this video to them, because the spirit will work and will liberate them and will deliver them from the bondage of Fulani cow meat, so that they will start to reason with me and with other Biafra agitators. Now, it didn't end here. I want you to listen to how Nyanwodo used this Zoom conference to demoralize the spirit of every Biafran trying to contribute to save Biafra land. Now listen.
Governance structure.
Now, I to Chaigo, I Jidega means that after our contribution, we should hold our money. And when they have the governance structure, they will now invite or involve those who are in diaspora. Now, I want you to continue to listen before we go ahead.
Southeast Stabilization Fund.
Now, I will not go further into, try to explain when he went to Germany and all that. Now, you have heard Nyanwodo, he spoke this in Igbo language, but I'm using English because I am not just responding to him alone. I am talking to the region, to the southern part of Nigeria, and at the same time to the middle belt. So, haven't heard Nyanwodo, I want you to listen to this, or not, to read with me. Here, that thing Nyanwodo was talking about, here is it. He was saying it as if they have demanded, for Nigeria dissolution, as if there is something so special they are going to do. And now you can see the first Orante, Clark, Nwodo, 13 others sue Buhari over lopsided appointment. That thing you just heard Nwodo saying now, as if they have sued the Nigerian government to a place that they are demanding freedom of their people. No, it was just about 50 billion. You see, this is it. You see, eminent socio-cultural leaders from southern and the middle belt Nigeria have sued the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, for 50 billion over marginalization of people of the region in the appointment to quasi-security agencies and the strategic agencies of the government.